I don't think you understand the work you just gave me. I don't think you understand the work you just gave me. You want me to explain the Endless Family to you? Well, let's have some fun. Alright, the Endless Family. How do I describe this? Literal entities of gods? The embodiment of death? The actual sum of plagues, even. I've got it. They're anthropomorphic personifications of natural powerful forces. Alright, there's 7 of them and they go in this order from oldest to youngest. You have Destiny, Death, Dream, Destruction, Desire, Despair, and Delirium. Now, Destiny being the oldest, doesn't really have that much going for him. Except for having a book that literally has every event in past, future, present, history going on for him. In most cases, it is chained to him, but during certain periods throughout chronological history of whatever's going on at certain times, he will break the chain and try to find Batman, Green Arrow, Supergirl, and Lobo. And now if there's something that Marvel and DC can always agree on, it's that Death is a goth baddie. Now, Death is a little more complicated. It starts off that she didn't want to do her job, so there was a period of time that people weren't dying until she came back and the people started dying, but she didn't really like doing her jobs. Until one day, one soul asked her how she would like death. And it made her thinking, and she was like, you know what? I'm going to go experience death. And now that is now a century thing that she does, that she'll live the last 24 hours of somebody's life to experience death. This causes a change within her to make her think like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to be a little bit happier and help these people along at the end of, the light at the end of the tunnel. And she puts on a more smiling face for people now. And then now you have Dream, who is the closest to death. I wonder if there's something there. Now Dream has servants like Cain and Abel. He also has magic sand, a cool helmet, and a power stone called the Dreamstone. Also, there's implications that his mood will affect our dreams as mortals, so keep that in mind if you have a bad dream. Now we move on to Destruction. He's seen as a big red guy with a beard. Also has a talking dog. Dude has foresight and has the ability to go, yo, the atomic bomb is coming and that ain't cool, and takes a step back and goes, yo, humans are just gonna be destruction themselves. They got this. During that time, he gets some introspective to himself and he starts writing poetry and doing art. Really cool stuff if I wasn't making fun of this, so actually go read the comics, because like, damn, I need to pull the book out for this one. Now you have Desire, the older of the two twins of despair, and they are the embodiment of lust and attraction, and craving too. They like to mess with dreams affairs, and Destruction describes them as cruel, untrustworthy, but not always wrong. Now you have the younger twin Despair. She is the representation of misery and anxiety. She can cause mortals to feel despair by plunging a small hook in their heart. She is the first one of the Endless to die, and then she is also replaced by a lighter, deader version of herself. Okay. And finally, we're on to Delirium, which used to be Delight, the representation of joy and goodness and that stuff. And then after some personal trauma, a loss of cosmic innocence, and then an understanding of events that not even Destiny has, she ends up turning into Delirium, which is the personification of chaos and confusion. Now, she's very scatterbrained, but she has a playful personality towards death and destruction, and then there was this one time that she was all there in the head to where she could perfectly recount step-by-step stuff of what she and Destruction did during a time in their life, which let's just not talk about that.